Today is the first day of Ramadan. It's all quiet on the base, beside the sounds of the soldiers preparing for the evening feasts.
बच्चे की तो आपको सारा में तौले पाएगा दौरे जोड़ करें को
मेरी बखराई तो घर का सिंपल के रोज और शाम में
The whole idea of coming to Kandahar was to try to see what would be happening during the fighting season while the Americans were transitioning out. We experienced a much quieter patrol than was expected. I mean, I'm not saying in a day or two you're going to suddenly see all this, but it was different than what we had expected. Another thing that I started looking at was people's reaction to the army, and it stuck with me. And that was the old man praying in the pomegranate field, and I don't know, about 12 soldiers with guns showing up, you know, around him. Okay, there's like 12 soldiers with guns around here. I mean, if I was kind of hanging out in my garden, I'd be a little concerned, you know, I'd show a little bit of reaction, but he didn't. He was just like, you know, Allahu Akbar, and he continued. And it made me think that this is like, it's become part of everyday life. You know, everyone here is pretty young. You know, they come from environments where fighting isn't stopped, so you're kind of at home and there's fighting. And then you come to the base and then there's fighting. So it's not like, oh, I'm suddenly in the military, I'm gonna go fight. You know, it's part of your, it's part of your everyday life in a way. So here you have high-ranking soldiers who went through one war and they learned strategies through there. So they come into a new war and with a whole new book and a whole new set of rules, whole new machines, in a very new army, and now go and fight. And I see all this, and I don't know, it just brings about more questions. At peaceful moments like this, it's easy to forget the horrors that were an everyday occurrence for the last 10 years. The Afghan National Army was relatively successful at holding off the Taliban in 2013's fighting season. But 2014 brings not only the exit of most of the NATO troops, but the election of a new president. With President Hamid Karzai transitioning out and the future of NATO's involvement still undecided, we can't help but wonder,
if the Taliban were just saving their energy, waiting for the foreign powers to get out of the way so they can reclaim what they had just lost over a decade ago. 2014 will reveal how stable the nation Afghanistan truly is.